Entering accounts payable vendor payment in StanSoft can be done in either payment selection or single payment entry. The payment selection program must be used if you will be printing checks, but can also be used to record electronic payments. Also use this if you want to select payments by due date for multiple vendors. Choose the payment selection option. Press enter on the select ring menu option. And you can use a query by example. Doing Control F will show you the options for that. So we can do less than or equal to for a date range. So we'll put in less than or equal to our date, pressing escape, and that will select all the vendors and invoices due up to the date we entered. Pressing enter on approve, you can change the effective date if you like, and then select either Y or N to submit payment for this invoice. If you don't want to pay an invoice, you would change it to N. So we'll go through and change them all to N that we don't want to pay. Press escape. Leaves the one invoice that we selected for payment. You can also change the invoice amount if you want. Go back into approve and go over to the amount field. If you change that, it will create a new invoice with a remaining balance. Once we have all the vendors and invoices we want to pay, we'll select process. Pressing enter on the starting payment number, or enter a check number if you'll be printing checks. Enter your payment date, and pressing escape. We'll change our date since we didn't have that GL period open. And then we can view, and this is our check. First part is the check stub, and the check down here. So you can print these on checks if you want. If you're going to be doing electronic bank transfer, you can either save this or just selecting exit. So that check has been processed now. We go into select again. And select invoices. Now if you exit out of this program and go back in, you'll notice the invoices selected are still there. To clear that, use the clear option, and that will clear everything that's been selected. The other program for entering a vendor payment is the single payment entry program that will allow you to make a payment for a single vendor at a time. This program does not generate checks, so an EFT payment must be either initiated by you or the vendor. Go into single payment entry, select add, Control F to find our vendor, enter on payment number, we'll auto assign it, pay date, payment amount. On the select invoices to be paid, we can enter any criteria we want. Again, if we want to select anything less than or equal to a certain due date, we can enter that. Now this has selected all invoices up to that due date for this vendor. You can either make a payment for all these. If you want to remove some of them, pressing F2 will delete it. So we'll delete them all except for this invoice here. Pressing escape on that, and then over to save, and that payment has been saved. In the payment register report, we can view the payment to our vendor number. View. So here are the two payments. The first payment we made was in the payment selection program, and the second one was in the single payment entry. And you'll notice under the cleared bank it says no for both. That flag is controlled in the payment reconciliation program. We do find on there, enter everything with a no cleared flag, escape. We'll bring up those two payments, and then once they've cleared the bank, you would do a change, and you would change the flag to Y and save that. In your outstanding payments report would show all of your outstanding payments. So these are shown as not having cleared the bank yet. You can also get information about the invoices from the remittance advice. Enter a payment number. It will show you the vendor and the invoices that were paid on that payment. And this concludes entering a vendor payment into StanSoft.